Hey guys, I'm gonna watch YouTube Shorts again because my last video I accidentally pressed the stop recording button.
It's day 8 of living in my car, and we just had our biggest day yet. I woke up to a TikTok payment for $4,300, and I can't lie, this put me in a really good mood because we more than tripled our total. And I was also able to get my tire fixed, which cost us a cool $58, but we were up to celebrate. I decided to eat the same $2 breakfast I'd been eating for the past few days of a banana and yogurt before heading to the beach because I hadn't been able to travel very far in my car for the past few days. It was honestly terrible weather. Extremely cold, overcast, and windy, but I didn't really care because anything bad could happen and it would still be a good day. I spent 15 minutes trying to set this backflip, and I was super scared, but I finally got it exactly how I imagined, and went on to spend some time skimboarding and then nearly freezing. I didn't bring a wetsuit because I didn't think I would be going that deep, but obviously I was wrong because I got pretty soaked, and I remember thinking I forgot a towel, and then realizing I'm literally living in my car and have tons in the back. I think it's pretty obvious that all my videos so far have glorified living in a car, and I've gotten a lot of DMs and comments of people wanting to do the same, and I will say I definitely don't show a lot of the bad moments, but there's a lot of freedom that comes with it that I really enjoy. As always, I'm posting every day until I buy a house, so follow for the journey. It's day 8 of living in my car, and we just had our biggest...
This is scary. So they were building this chapel in New Mexico, and the French architect all of a sudden died. He did not complete the staircase to the choir loft, and so sisters of the Loretta Chapel pray for 9 days that someone is sent to build these stairs. At the end of the 9 days, this man comes in from across the desert riding a donkey, walks into the church, and he says, "I was sent here to build stairs."
Stop it!
He built these stairs in 3 months and just dipped. And then the curator of this chapel brought in over 120 experts in making spiral staircases. None of them could replicate it. There's not a single nail used on this staircase.
What?
This is scary. So they...
I ordered a house on AliExpress, and it just arrived.
Don't waste your time. He doesn't show the... Fly to that famous plane crash in Russia and see if it's still there. There's a crash plane in the middle of nowhere that's been there for years. It's almost impossible to remove it. The temperature there can easily drop to minus 60 degrees in the winter. We took off from the coldest city in the world. Right now, it's minus 40 degrees outside. This place is so extreme that people leave their cars running all the time. Alright, we've reached the forest where the plane crashed. The crash site is still about 100 kilometers away. So let's fire up the afterburner and get there a little faster. Apparently we came at the worst possible time. There's a blizzard happening right here. Let's see what happens if we fly straight into the storm. Yep, that was definitely not a good idea. Our plane is freezing up. Let's climb before we become the next plane to go down here. We've reached the exact spot where the plane crashed. We have a huge problem. The storm is covering everything. We're gonna have to enter, find a place to land, and search for it on foot. Yep, I think that's the place. Let's land there. Okay, now it's a walking simulator. In the middle of a blizzard. I think I see something. Yeah, that's the plane. Let's get closer. And here it is. The plane is still here after all these years. Now we just have to figure out how to get back. Fly to that famous plane crash in Russia and see if it's still there.
Your bridge is 4 inches into my property. Move it.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Me and the previous owner built it 4 years ago and just eyeballed it.
Well, now I am the owner, so move it.
But it's just 4 inches.
4 inches is so much space.
But it's a bridge. I can't just pick it up and move it.
Then tear it down and build a new one.
That would cost me thousands.
So?
I can't afford that.
Jesus Christ, you're poor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, now get your bridge off my property, or I'm suing you.
You're going to sue me over 4 inches?
Absolutely.
Why does it bother you so much?
Because your ugly bridge makes my property look cheap.
It's not ugly.
Listen, buddy, I'm not responsible for your bad planning, okay?
Don't you also use that bridge?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it has to be on my land.
It's barely on your land.
You don't get to steal land just because you're broke.
I'm not trying to steal anything.
Why do poor people always think rules are optional?
Why are you so rude?
I'm not rude. You're just embarrassed because you can't afford to fix your own mistake.
Okay, fine. I'll deal with it.
See? Poor people can follow rules. Why is the bridge gone?
Because you told me to remove it?
I told you to move it, not destroy it.
You said get it off your property, so I did.
But now I can't get across the creek.
So?
My driveway is on the other side. Now I have to walk 3 miles around the creek.
What does that have to do with me?
Because it's your fault.
I'm not responsible for your bad planning.
Are you kidding me?
Just build your own bridge?
I can't afford that.
Jesus Christ, you're poor.
Your bridge is 4 inches into my property. Move it.
What? Yo, why you stream sniping me, bro? Why you stream sniping?
neighbor tried to drag my Rottweiler off the porch because he thought I bought a very realistic lawn ornament. Bear didn't even look at him. He's 10 years old and his arthritis is so bad that once he lies down, that's where he lives. Kids pet his head on the way to school like he's made of stone. I leave the back door cracked so he can come and go, but most days he doesn't bother. Nobody's ever given him a reason to get up. Until one night when I was upstairs, I heard metal scraping against glass. I peeked out the window and saw a guy in a hoodie working a crowbar under my kitchen window frame. He'd walked right past Bear on the porch twice, and Bear didn't even blink. He got the window open and climbed inside. I could hear his boots hitting the floorboards as he moved through my house with a flashlight. He stopped in the hallway right below me, going through the coat closet. I heard him whisper, "Jackpot," and I reached for my phone. That's when Bear's shadow shifted on the porch. Slowly, his old joints popping in the quiet. Bear walked through the cracked back door. His thick nails started clicking against the kitchen tile. Then came the growl, low and deep. The thief spun his flashlight around and Bear was standing in the middle of the hallway, staring at him in the dark. The guy dropped his crowbar and screamed. "I thought you were fake." Bear didn't run. He just walked. One heavy step, then another. The thief bolted for the kitchen window and tried to scramble out and got stuck halfway through the frame. Bear walked up, grabbed the back of his jeans, and held on. I came downstairs, turned on the lights, and looked at them. "Bear, drop it." Bear let go, and the guy crashed headfirst into the bushes outside. Bear was back in his spot before the cops even showed up. My neighbor watched them pull the guy out of my bushes, looked at Bear, and goes, "You're telling me that thing is real?" My neighbor tried to
Anyways, guys, that's all.